What's up, guys? This is episode 2 of Living Like Lanie. I feel like the first episode, I really didn't say what this podcast was going to be about. So I just want to elaborate on what this podcast will hold. So,
Talk about it.
my name is Lanie. I am 24 years old. I went to school for broadcast journalism, and this is what I want to do in my life. I want to interview people. I really want to change the world, or I want to be on the news. I feel like this podcast will really help me in my career and to get the experience.
I mean, you model too, so you say that?
Oh yes, guys.
Come on now.
And also,
right.
I also model as well. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Gotta say what's important.
I'm a little model, you know. But so I have a question for you two, real quick, before I introduce you guys. So my friend Carl, for the viewers at home, my cousin Carl, he told me that I should, because I was looking for a name to name my people. I was like, I don't have a name for these people, like my fans and stuff. So he said I should call them Lanie Bugs. What do you guys think about that?
Lanie Bugs?
Lanie Bugs.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
So
I
I'm like,
that.
okay. All right, Lanie Bugs. Welcome to the
Bugs.
second episode of Living Like Lanie. So
Works.
today I have these two men next to me, you know.
We lit.
I've known them my whole life. We've been through hell and back together.
Yeah.
Cried together, been through stuff together, been through happy moments together. My brothers. So,
Tell me up.
you, sir, right here, who are you? Can you tell the people out there who you are and what you
well,
do?
My name is Lou. I'm 31 years old. I'm Lanie's brother.
Yeah, you talk about age?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but I just,
okay.
whatever.
All right, go ahead.
I'm an aspiring voiceover artist
You hear him?
/ actor, so just out here trying to make stuff happen.
Okay.
You know.
We love that for you, Darth Vader. All right. And how about you over here, sir? Tell the people who you are, what you do.
How y'all doing? My name is Sean. I'm a streamer, gamer, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. So,
Okay. And can you tell the people your streamer name so they know?
I was just no cap Sean. That's it. NOKAPSEAN.
All right. You better look for this guy. They're both going to be famous one day. So you guys better
turn me up.
check them out because they're going to be big. All right. So to get started, the first thing I wanted to talk about is social media. Okay.
well.
I think that we can all agree that we benefit from social media. I mean, with modeling, it helps me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure with your voiceovers and your streaming, that social media is at its highest right now, you know?
Yeah.
So can you guys think about a time back in the day where we didn't have social media and everything was just,
You
know?
want to go? Or?
I just feel like if we had social media back then, I feel like for me, I'll probably be in so much trouble for real. Because I did a lot of nut stuff. He get testified too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like social media just shines light on, certain things you do. That's why I say you got to be careful what you post or what you do. And, you know what I'm saying? So you never know it might come back to haunt you. So
Definitely. How do you feel about it, Lou?
I feel like social media, it can be positive, obviously. It does have its downfalls also.
facts.
I think sometimes on social media, people try to not be their authentic self, or sometimes they'll go on there and compare themselves to other people.
Be somebody that they not.
And the thing is, like, everybody has their own journey. We're all on our own path and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have to try to fake it. We should just be who God made you to be.
Okay. And I feel like I agree with that because...
And I think we all do it to an extent.
Yeah. I feel like me personally, even with this modeling, I feel like I constantly compare myself with what somebody else is doing. Or I actually saw this quote the other day. I'm trying to find it, but you have like 24, 25-year-olds out here thinking that they're not doing the right thing because they don't have six figures right now. Or, so I feel like social media right now has, I don't know, affected me in a good way, but it also took a toll on me because I feel like I'm constantly comparing myself to these people and I want more for myself. So I think like sometimes I feel like, not a failure, but I'm just not doing enough. Like, I don't know.
You see, when I was a kid, like when I was 13 years old, the thing I worried about was like, the night before.
Yeah.
Waking up the next morning, be like, we watched Sports Center. Did the Lakers win last night? Did Kobe drop 30 points?
Facts.
Nowadays, kids are looking at social media and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have $1 million.
Right.
It's like you're still a kid. You haven't even gone through what you're going to go through in life that's going to shape you yet. You don't know yourself as a person.
That's true.
And you're looking at yourself and being like, oh man, this person, I should like that person. But you don't know what's behind.
Closed doors. Yeah.
Exactly. You don't know
Literally.
what's this person does in their real life, you know?
Everybody looks happy on
Yeah,
Instagram.
social media is a
Nobody
Everybody trying to
posts
paint this false narrative.
Yeah.
You know
it's a
what I'm saying?
facade, you know?
Yeah.
It's a facade, and
You know what my friend said? Let me see real quick. I'm gonna look it up. My friend actually said, because I asked my Instagram yesterday about just social media is everything just a lie, and I feel like my friend, he worded it very well. He says social media is literally a stage and everyone is performing.
It's true.
And I was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
and your followers are your
Shout
audience.
out to you, school.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, your followers
Nah,
are
that's
your
facts,
audience.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
facts.
yeah. Okay, and talking about just social media, right? So now let's get into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
talk about it.
So, what attracted you guys to women on Instagram? Like, you know, when you're going down a woman's Instagram page, like,
man.
what are you looking for? You know, I know a lot of times. Well, my brother over here has told me that I just post myself, and I really don't post like me, just my, I guess, the personality, what I do on the daily, just besides modeling and just trying to do this podcast stuff like that. So, what do you guys look for when you're scrolling down a girl's page on Instagram?
Here's my thing. Everybody, we're obviously in control of our own social media, where we want to show the world. But my thing is this: I don't want to see you. You could be the baddest woman in the world. I don't want to see you take the same selfie a million times and post it on your story. I'm just like click, 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 same thing over and over
That's
again.
pretty much
Okay.
all we see, though. Like,
I'm like, what do you do? Like, do you
Yeah.
read? You know how to read? Do you know how to write?
can you
Right.
cook?
Like, do you go outside and like
Right.
whatever? Take
That's
a
true.
walk. Like, come on now. Like, you look good, but I'm not the person. I'm not the guy who can sit there and feed you all day. Like, oh, you look great. It's like, yeah, we know you look great, but what's under that?
Yeah, what do you have to
What's
offer?
behind that?
How do you feel, Young Jersey? Oh, no cap Sean. Sorry,
Oh,
guys. That was his
Cap
old rapper name. My bad,
Oh
yeah.
man, I don't rap no more, by the way. But
Wait, can you actually do you think you could give us a little something or nah?
later on.
All right, go ahead.
But I don't know, man. I just feel like women is just following this agenda nowadays. You know, everybody wants the fame, likes, which is cool. But I feel like everyone's just losing themselves in the process. You feel me? Like what?
But you know what, too? Also, it's not all women, because I don't want people to think that, oh, we're
Oh,
just
yeah,
talking
no,
about women.
yeah.
But guys, too, guys go on there and be like, yo, let me post my car, or let me post my house, or let me post such and such.
Yeah.
And maybe that girl I'm looking at, she might be like, oh, you know what?
Which is
How come-
it's not realistic.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like you're attracting people just because of what you have
you
and not
got.
because of who you
Yeah.
are.
How come a lot of guys on Instagram like, why do you guys like to take pictures with looking down or like just pictures with money, like,
See,
or like
you know
with
what? Okay.
what like the do say? Like, why do you think guys do that?
To impress.
They wanna-
But it's like, that's
but
not
But this is the thing, too.
cute.
Like how guys look down or they stare in the picture, they won't smile. It's because we want to look tough. We want to be like, yo,
Yeah.
we're real, this, that. But
And
to
it's
me,
not like a lot of poses I can
Or
do
it could
anyway.
be like an insecurity.
True.
yeah, but to me, it's like, bro,
But I
like
feel like
nobody's gonna
why flaunt off the money that you have?
because
They think that's what we like. I mean,
Yes.
some girls are like that, and some women
not on the floor,
But
in the
some
street.
women post stuff too, and certain guys, there are
That's
male
true.
gold diggers out there. There's female gold diggers out there.
That is
You
true.
know, it's all
We live
about
in a very
what you-
lustful time.
Yeah, it's all about what you're trying to go for.
Okay.
You know?
No, yeah, that's true, and I do agree with you. You know, I feel like it could be like insecurity thing where like
Yeah.
you just
I mean,
look
I
on
don't
the
care.
gram,
I'm
like,
gonna go on
whatever.
Instagram. If I want to
You know?
smile, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna smile.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm with my family, I'm gonna smile. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna like. Ain't nobody got time to sit there all day and be all like grumpy
of
face.
course.
Like you mad 8 in the morning posting stuff. Like
Literally.
you mad at breakfast.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Like,
Like you mad all day. Come on, man.
Okay. All right, and
Enjoy
so
yourself.
now I just want to take a turn from like social media, and like I said, I know social media, so like Instagram, even Facebook, still Twitter, TikTok. I feel like has blown up so many people, like these rappers, like you know what I'm saying. And I feel like I forgot who said it. Was it Nicki? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. She said she doesn't want to make a song for TikTok. I don't know if it was Nicki. I need
Yeah,
to,
she probably don't want to be put in that box.
you know.
You know what's funny actually?
Was it Nicki?
There's Gatson radio.
Yeah.
They have a station,
I think it was Nicki.
TikTok radio, and all the songs that they'll do mix, like the
Yeah.
songs that are mixes but not real songs.
Yeah.
They play them on there. Like they'll play like real songs too, but they'll play like the songs that have like a different instrumental with a different artist on it. And I'm like, yo, y'all playing the actual
Yeah.
Right.
like stuff in the videos. I'm like,
So
really?
do you feel like social media, like TikTok, is helping these rappers make a come up? You know,
I'm gonna tell you why.
and is it not saying is it fair, but it's just like some of these songs are not even.
I just feel like it
good.
depends on how you use it.
Okay.
Like, if you're a rapper I feel like every social media is your outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a model or anything.
Yeah.
Bro, I could go on TikTok right now. I can see a female right now just on here, just half naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That should get like
Just
a
singing.
million views or a million likes.
That's the narrative.
You know?
Or if you're actually posting something that's either educational or important, I feel like people don't
Have
pay
you-
attention to
have you-
that.
But it depends on your
What it
audience.
is. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
That's true.
Have you ever listened to that? You know that song? They're like, oh no, oh no, oh
Oh
no.
yeah.
The actual real song.
I don't even know the real
It's
song.
lyrics to it. I'm like, this song is not good at all.
Yeah, a lot of those
But-
songs on there are
But the
good.
thing is, once you get that catchiness to it, people are like, oh, I'm gonna play this song over and over and over again.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
You know?
Okay, and even talking about how just TikTok is helping these rappers, so now let's get into it, okay? Let's talk about...
Can I add
okay.
one thing about
Yeah.
TikTok? I think the reason why TikTok is winning because people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
They don't want to watch a long video.
Yeah.
Also, too, on top of that, you know, TikTok here is different from TikTok in China.
Also,
Well, I read something that the algorithm in China, they promote stuff like science, education, you know.
Oh, yes, I did
like
see that.
Math
I saw
and
that
whatnot.
online.
But here they post like, it's just stupid stuff, pranks, people doing whatever. And I mean, and look, I love TikTok. I go on TikTok. Sometimes I find actual voiceover stuff on there and stuff that's helpful, you know, for
yeah,
me.
for sure.
But sometimes I'll be on there like, yo, like, these kids made this video. I'm like, we could tell it's staged and whatnot.
Yeah.
And some of it is like,
Oh, yeah,
like
most of
why?
it is
Like, why? Like,
staged.
yeah, but some of them try to make videos that aren't staged, but we know
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on now.
I just feel like you get what you look for. Simple as that.
Well, that's
Yeah.
too real.
That's
Go
very
ahead.
true. All right, so now since we're talking about just how TikTok has helped so many artists, you know, on the come up with their music career. So now let's get into it. Like, let's really get spicy and talk about top 5 rappers. Again, this is your opinion, you know,
Favorite
for everybody at home.
Or ever.
Okay, yeah, I guess you could do like your favorite rappers. Like, you know, this is again your
Like for the
opinion.
moment or like just all
And
time.
everybody, it don't
Okay,
matter.
alright, for
And again,
sure.
this is your opinions. You know, nobody's wrong here. Top 5. So let's start with the women. All right, not women. No, let's start with the men. Okay.
I don't know who go first. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go
Well, I
first?
gotta go
I really
first.
don't
I
have
mean,
a top.
come on, bro.
All right, you know what? Let me say mine first. Okay. I feel like
Don't embarrass yourself.
You like low pump.
no.
Don't embarrass
I
us.
feel like I don't really have a top 5. Maybe I have like a top 2, maybe 3. You know, I feel like you guys were brought up on
Talk about it.
with a lot of rappers. Like, you know, I feel like I wasn't really brought up or like I didn't really care about like Nas and stuff like that. Not saying Nas is not a good rapper, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like
Don't get
my
canceled.
generation. Okay,
Don't-
oh God.
don't get canceled.
Nas, no, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying my generation. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm 24 years old. I feel like a lot of these rappers came out when I was so small, you know? So I feel like
Yeah. But you still a you
I
still,
like
you
Biggie
still
and
a
them, but
90s
I really
baby,
don't
though.
know, like, okay, all right, but
Yeah.
still, like, I don't really, okay. Anyways, so I feel like for me, my top, okay, number one, I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to give
I
it,
know who it is.
who?
Just say it. I already know who
No,
it
let's see if you know.
We talked about it already.
is. Jay-Z.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got it,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Okay. I love Hove. That's my road dog.
She
You
got
know
that
what I'm
from me.
saying? Okay. So I think Hove, and of course I gotta follow up with Lil Wayne. I feel like
Solid.
that's what I got brought up with. Lil
Yeah.
Wayne. All I really knew was Lil Wayne, Young Money. You know what I'm saying? So
Solid.
I think that's my top right there.
Just-
Lil Wayne,
yeah,
Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
Two, that's it.
I mean,
You can say Drake.
I like Drake. Okay.
Yeah, you can
I
say-
like
yeah.
Drake, you know.
I like Drake, but he's not.
Yeah, I like Drake.
Like,
I
don't
like
do that.
I like Eminem
I mean,
as
he
well.
is, but he's
Don't.
Oh
He
God.
better than Jay-Z? Better than
Nah.
Wayne? Better than Biggie?
Oh snap.
I like Drake a lot, but come on now. Not
I
yet.
just feel like Drake is very versatile.
He is, he
You know what
is.
I'm
I
saying?
will
So,
say he is. It's true.
But yeah, okay. So I think Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. I like 50. You know what I'm saying? I had to throw 50 Cent up there, whatever. But for me, I just real music wise, I like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. So how about you? No cap.
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Everybody know my number one.
Wayne.
Yup, 100%.
Easy F baby.
Yeah, he my number one. Two, I'm gonna give it to Nas based on storytelling.
Okay. See, Nas, we appreciate you around here.
No, I love Nas,
Yeah.
but I mean I love Jay-Z too. I'm gonna put Biggie 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Hov 4. I know I know,
Again, this
but
is
as
your
top 5
opinion.
though, like Hov is still
Yeah.
that dude though.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh, of
He's
course.
still that dude.
I remember when we were younger, I was like, you should listen to Jay-Z. You'd be like, I don't want to listen to Jay-Z.
But you know what I'm saying? As I got older, I
that's
learned
real-
to appreciate. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So hold on, number 5. I got one more. So, damn, I don't know if I should put Eminem.
John Cena.
Imagine, like, hey, he's a rapper though. Platinum album. John Cena is crazy. Number 5.
Nobody know that but you and him.
I'm gonna have to get that to. I'm gonna have to get to Eminem top
Okay.
5, number 5. Yeah.
All right. And why did you put Lil Wayne as number 1?
Cause wordplay, metaphors,
Wait.
like
Man, it's hard to argue.
You know
Lil
it's
Wayne.
crazy because one day I remember Sean, he came, no cap, I remember he came to me and Lewis. And remember he tried to say that lyric, he wrote it?
Wait, he said, you is on the bench like the bus coming. And I thought he really
was
wrote
like,
that. I was like,
that was.
I was like, yeah,
that
you
was,
really wrote that?
yeah, that was when 6 foot first. No,
No,
that
that
was.
was Amon one.
I'm on one in college.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that was when the
we
that's
were
first
like,
before
one.
it really, I was like,
Yeah.
You wrote that?
and then I was like,
Oh, you ain't
Come on,
write
man.
that. I remember that though.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, just pure I feel like a rapper would be him. Like when it comes to him, he would never fail on a verse.
And
a
he's very
feature.
versatile.
Yeah,
So that's why I love him. You
you know
know.
what I'm saying. So
All right. And how about you, Lou? Who we top 5? Don't throw the rock in there now.
it's about drive, it's about power. Okay, no. My favorite, my top 5.
You see what I gotta go through?
my top
You
5.
see what I have to go
All right,
through?
Number 1 for me,
that was a fire verse, by the way.
number 1, I gotta say, I gotta say Jay-Z. So I feel like when Jay-Z says, he can say one bar, and it can mean 4 different things at one
Okay.
time. And he literally, he don't write his stuff. He just do it.
Off the
you know?
top.
Freestyle.
And I'm like, bro, like how? You know?
Wayne did that.
And he's 51 years old. He's still
Dang.
he's
Better than
still out
most.
there better than. I'm like, come on, dog. Like for real, like he out there
Nah,
just
that's impressive.
crazy.
That is
is.
impressive.
And there's a point where we thought that, oh, if you pass a certain age, you can't be a rapper anymore. But he literally obliterated that.
Okay.
But I
So
mean,
I'm saying
it's
him?
Jay-Z, so like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So Jay-Z,
Okay. Who's next?
and then Tupac.
Okay.
So you put.
I love Tupac.
Go ahead.
Look, these are my top. I'm not saying like I don't care really about the order.
Nah, I got you.
Because certain days I'm like, yo, Tupac is number 1.
Right.
And certain days I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
let's-
this person, like, it's
Okay.
always.
It could change.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead.
So Jay-Z, Tupac. I'm gonna say Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Nas. I want to say Eminem at 5, but here's my thing with Eminem. I love Eminem. He could rap his behind off. But I feel like sometimes when he rap, like he do a lot of like songs. It's like, yo, like we don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Like it's like, bro, I don't care about you being in your underwear, sitting nude
Okay.
next to a mannequin
Got
with some
it.
lube. Like, bro, like I get it, but it's like, come on, dog. Like,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So from my so it's Eminem or LL Cool J. And for me, LL Cool J, I'm gonna say that because, you know, I'm gonna say the past few years his songs been kind of like whatever, but LL Cool J has been around for a long time.
Okay.
And he literally, he's the person that came up with the term GOAT, greatest of all time.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the album called.
Yeah, I'm going to go, yeah. And
I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
he-
yeah, no.
LL Cool J,
LL,
like, I don't know, man. He to me, he's just his confidence, just
Okay.
and his versatility. He could do a song that's like, he's tough, do a song for the ladies. He can do like just whatever he want to do, you know.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
So-
I only know like one LL Cool J
I
song.
need love.
Yeah, and
Can
that's, that's it.
I do an honorable mention?
Oh, go ahead.
I'll put Kanye.
Oh yeah, Kanye.
Wait, Kanye.
I mean, okay, we could just talk about rappers in general.
Kanye's my favorite artist. I think to me, I'm not gonna say best like put him as the top rapper because of the fact that I know a lot of people write his stuff
But he could do it
because he's an
all.
artist and producer.
Yeah.
But he does rap. He could rap too. But
Okay.
to me, Kanye, like, to me, this is crazy. But I told a lot of people this, and they'd be like, you know what, that makes sense. One day, he gonna be up there. Like, you know how you say, like Michael Jackson, Prince, all these people like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Kanye is Michael Jackson or he's Prince, whatever.
But some people look at him
But he
like
literally,
that.
I feel like he could sit at the same table with them
Yeah.
and be like, yo, like, you know, like,
No, yeah.
Kanye's,
Even his documentary, I feel like we see a lot of
bro,
the
his
behind the scenes.
his
From
That's a
Kanye.
fire documentary
his-
too.
Gotta
just
finish it.
all his albums together. I'm gonna say from College Dropout all the way to, I'm gonna say to Watch the Throne. Like, bro, like
So you ain't like Pablo?
I did, but okay, I put Pablo in there also barely. I feel like it could have been better.
Okay.
Like, he's right about stupid stuff on that one, but yeah, artistry.
And I
Kanye
agree
just
with you.
Takes it, you know.
I agree with you.
So now let's get into top women. Honestly speaking, I know, and nobody fight me on this, I know there would be no Nicki without Lil Kim. Like, but for me, I feel like I said,
Oh.
I got brought up with Nicki. Like, so I feel like after her, there wasn't really, there's good rappers, but I feel like,
My number one female
opinion,
rapper is
It starts-
not even.
mine is Nicki.
It starts with somebody though. You know what I'm saying? So. Go
I'm
ahead, you
throwing
go
Kim
first.
in there.
I went
but-
first. I went first on men's. You go first on one.
My number one rapper, Lauryn Hill,
Okay.
Okay. Can you elaborate on why?
because and it's so sad that she only put out one album,
Which was a fire album.
but just her mind, and she talked about real stuff. She talked about her lead single was about girls and guys telling them, yo, watch out for each other. Like, cause certain guys ain't ish,
Yeah.
certain women ain't ish. And literally she went in, it's like, yo, like this is hot. But it's like a song you should think about, but it made you want to be like, yo, this is like she always put her stuff. And she can sing also too. But she just, her mind is just open, and she talks about real stuff.
Okay.
And no disrespect to any female rappers. 'Cause I'm gonna say a lot of male rappers rap about guns and drugs, all the same stuff.
All of them.
A lot of female rappers too. Like nowadays, I'm like, yo, y'all making the same type of songs too. Like, come on now, like spread out a little bit.
Okay.
Nicki though, skill wise, Nicki is, all
So
right,
is she better than
I
Lauren
would put-
skill wise?
I would say so.
So okay.
Nicki flow. I like the things just Lauren, but Lauren to me, Lauren Hill is just like her potential. Like I can say it's tough. But I put her and Nicki, for me, respectfully, I put them right there.
Okay.
That's tough though.
Other female rappers, I'm gonna say also Remy Ma.
Oh yeah, Remy Ma.
Ooh.
Yes, Remy Ma.
I'll also
I ain't
say
thought
She
about
was a
you.
sleeper on me for real. Nah.
Remy
Damn.
Ma. Yeah. I'll say also Lil Kim, of course.
Yeah.
And the last one, I think I'm gonna go.
Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
Wait, actually, I thought I was joking.
she
About it.
made me.
You could say
It's a
you could say
lot.
Latifah. You know what I'm saying? You could say like,
That's who I thought about before. Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Yeah.
cause she could get busy.
Queen Latifah.
Okay.
What was the girl? I forgot her name. Rage, her name.
Oh, Lady Ridge.
Yeah, she was
the
nice,
Afro
too.
Puffs. Yeah, she was dope. She was on Steve Harvey
It's
show.
like 80s stuff, 90s. You know what I'm saying? But
You ever watch Steve Harvey show back in the day? Mr. Hightower.
A little
He
bit.
had a little afro.
she don't know about that.
All right. Who's your top 5?
Number one for me, Nicki. I
I can't argue with Nicki. Like to me, Nicki.
Nah, you can't,
I can't
like-
I can't. As somebody said Nicki number one, I can't be like, okay, you're wrong, because Nicki is.
Sneaky.
Out of
I
this
feel like
world.
with her, like she just her flow, like she's
Versatile.
versatile.
Yeah.
Yup, and she can like.
Can you agree that she is the female Wheezy or
Oh,
no?
man, she came on the Weezy, so I feel like she probably studied Weezy to the point where
Yes.
like she just she embodied that.
It's crazy how
know.
versatile she is and how
Yeah.
different. Like
And you can hear
she,
sometimes when she raps, she sound like a Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Nicki got the game. She doing Spanish stuff.
Yeah.
She everywhere. She doing the pop stuff. Then she go back to the hood
Yeah.
stuff. Like who doing that? Who doing that? Who doing that?
You right?
Well, okay, there's somebody else I could say, but I don't think she. Everybody say this person. Like, look, Cardi B, she dope.
Hold on, hold
she,
on.
No, wait, stop.
Hold
no,
on,
stop.
hold
I'm
on,
not,
hold
like,
on,
like,
hold
she,
on,
she
hold
do.
on.
She
Shout out
do.
to Cardi.
Wait. She
Yeah,
do,
shout out to Cardi.
She do
Love you,
all the
Cardi.
same. She all do all the same type of music, but to me, she ain't Nicki Minaj.
No, of course.
Respectfully, I'm not trying to be
hold on, let me,
disrespectful.
All right, so you said Nicki
Here's
Minaj.
my list.
But go ahead, yeah, sorry.
Who else?
I'm gonna give 2. I'm gonna give it to Kim, because the '90s Kim, nobody was messing with Kim in the
Gotta
'90s.
go
Bro.
on.
Yes, like
what?
every verse feature, she was killing it.
She was. She's
Yeah.
hard.
Junior Mafia with Biggie, like that's Bad Boy. That ever was crazy. So 3. I might get some flack for this, but I'm gonna say Doja for right now.
No, yeah, I meant to say Doja too. I feel like she's very
No,
like
she can rap. Listen,
she can rap,
when
sing,
you
do it all.
listen to her. I'm telling you, she can really go.
They be sleeping on Doja.
Let me see. I had 3 right. So number 4. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really like too fond of female rappers,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
But remember, I feel like when we were younger, it was like Foxy Brown, Lil Kim.
yeah.
When we were younger, Queen Latifah, like she was pretty much already done rapping by the time
Oh,
we were, because
yeah.
she started acting. We had Eve
Eve.
too. Yeah, Eve. Yeah.
I'm gonna put her in there.
She got this
Eve.
Doja Cat song. It's good.
But I feel
with
like
Doja Cat,
I heard a little
by
bit. I
the
feel like
way.
at a certain point, female rappers were like, it's only a handful, And then you had like female rappers, but nobody even like you had like Crime Mob, like Diamond and Crime Mob,
Diamond, yeah.
Princess, but it's like nobody listening.
But they came in the era with
That's the thing. But nobody
it was changed.
But nobody.
Yeah.
It was different. Back then, people. I feel like they were stifling female rappers. They didn't They didn't invest into them. I feel like when Nicki came out. Well, Remy Ma, she did have a lot of singles out. She did Fight Her Way, and then she was with Fat Joe. If she had Lean Back. But I feel like when Nicki came out.
Yeah.
That's when it was like revolution to be like, yo, like female rappers are back, like up here again.
But she had the longest run. I feel like when Nicki first came out, that's when female rappers was really like.
It wasn't.
I'm not gonna say non-existent, but
they
wasn't
weren't.
really,
They weren't pushed.
Yeah,
you know?
but Nicki changed that for sure.
I think Nicki did change that.
Open the doors for a lot of
She definitely did.
female rappers.
And I respect you guys' opinions about your rappers out there. You know, this is
Yeah.
your opinions, and I
You don't get no-
respect
you got no
that.
You gotta
choice.
make it make
You have
sense,
to.
you know.
But just talking about rappers in
I ain't
general.
gonna do 5, but go ahead.
Oh, you want one more?
Wait.
My bad.
Oh,
I said E4.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it 5. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna put Lauren 2. I'm Nicki 1, Lauren 2, Doja, Eve, 5. I'm gonna give it to Cardi. I'm gonna have to.
All right.
I can respect it.
Okay, and let's just talk about that whole Cardi and Nicki beef. Like, you know, with the song Motorsport, I'm pretty sure you guys know that song. You know, there was a lot of drama
lot of
going
tension,
back
yeah.
and forth with that. Like, how do you feel about that beef? I feel like these two women, if they were to come together and put up a song together, I feel like they would really create some dope work. Or no, you don't think so?
I feel like beef is corny, man. I feel like all you doing is hurting your pockets when you beef.
Yeah.
It's like me saying, "Oh, my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne, but I beef with Lil Wayne. I want to work
Right.
with you, bro." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you hurting your pockets. But like, I heard that beef with Nicki and Cardi that
Miscommunication, right?
yeah, I heard that Cardi didn't want Nicki on the song, so they took the verse off.
I heard that Nicki had said like a verse. It was some different verse or something, and
That's
she
what I
didn't
heard
like
too.
it.
Oh, with two
Even-
versions.
I heard two
Yeah,
versions,
and he had to change it. Or even like at the end of her song when she said like, you know, she was just throwing the ball out. What's the name? What's that line?
Which one?
You nigga boy. What's his name though?
Take off. Nicki, if you throw that, but then it's swear won't tell that one.
No, I was
what
talking
you
about Nicki
talking about?
Minaj.
What you talking
She
about?
said
I don't remember.
Quavo to QB, Nick.
I'm Nick Lombardi.
But at first, it was supposed. She wanted it to say that Nicki was throwing the ball to. I mean, that Cardi was throwing the ball to her. But Cardi ain't
okay.
like that because she like, what you mean? Like kind of
She was
like, you
throwing the
know.
olive branch out
So
of
if, you,
everything.
running
if
it,
you're
like,
the
you know?
quarterback, it's like you're the quarterback. You control everything. She's shouting you out
Yeah.
though.
No,
But you gotta think
think it was
though,
the
at
other
this
way
time,
around.
Oh, she probably think that, oh, you taking the
Yeah.
shine from me if
Yeah.
I throw the ball to you.
Right.
Okay.
you got
know?
you got 2 of the hottest female rappers in the game. Come on now.
Well, the
Like,
2 hottest.
I mean, right now, yeah.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Okay, all right. You guys think that they'll make a fire song together? You feel
They
like it'll
should.
be just
I mean,
I
too
feel like
much?
I wish that Nicki with Kim would do a song. I feel like they'll make a
Yes.
fire banger. But like, I feel like only time will tell, man. I feel like years go on. They getting older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They both got kids.
Nicki
and
always gives Kim her flowers.
that's respect.
What's the beef?
You gotta respect the people that you know that
Yeah.
before you.
I want to hear a track with Nicki, Cardi, Remy Ma, and Lil Kim.
Yeah, I don't know.
Them 4.
You know what I
Keep
feel like
me.
would be a dope collab. Piggyback on what you said about I would take Kim. No. What you said? You said Remy. I'll take Remy out of it. I'll put Nicki, Kim, and Cardi on one song.
Yeah, okay.
Think about
I'll take
that.
All right. So now going into these rappers, you know, how just rappers talk about a lot of what? You want to keep going about
I
it?
remember back in the day when I was like, who's my favorite?
He like one of those people, all right, shut up.
Who's my favorite rapper back in the day?
I know it.
Oh God. Go.
Yeah.
This man.
We used to,
You didn't even
we used to
put.
debate all the time about that.
You
Like,
didn't even put 50 in nowhere.
No, he's not.
you know,
My thing about him, he could have been, but he got lazy.
Dang,
Yeah.
that says a lot. That's like,
I mean,
like
did
your
he
brother.
get lazy or did he just,
No, he got lazy because certain songs he put on certain albums, it's like
or did he
it's like
just move on?
filler, it's like filler tracks. It's like, bro, like, come on now.
Or what about he just moved on to different things though? Maybe music
He
wasn't
did.
really.
Well, that's what it was too. It's
Yeah.
like,
And he doing his thing.
Yeah.
If like if
All
you listen to
his
stuff,
shows.
give it to that trying before that, like his stuff, bro. Like he could have been like,
Nah, yeah, 50.
but then he just started doing
I
other
forgot.
stuff.
I forgot Power's 50 Cent stuff.
But
All
I
of that.
love
Yeah, I
I love
Howard,
50.
he has so many shows out right now. I know he making bank. But okay. Anyway, so just talking about rappers in general, right? You know, a lot of rappers talk about a lot of drugs, drinking, about when they was out here just selling drugs and stuff when they were younger, you know. I feel like a lot of times, like, talking about drugs, Jay-Z, I know he's talked about all just, like, his past, like, you know. So a recent interview with Nicki Minaj and Joe Budden, right? She said she had a conversation with Future. And he was just saying how, you know, a lot of his songs, he talks about, like, popping pills and stuff. Like,
But he
you know,
don't do it.
But he doesn't
he's
do
not
it. And he
into
said, he actually said that he was a lightweight. And she's like, wait, hold on. Like, you're a lightweight, but you're out here just talking about how many, like, pills you popped and stuff like that. And she was just saying, like, a lot of rappers don't realize that so many people are listening to you because they're trying to relate or they can't relate with you, you know? So how do you guys feel? Just listening to your favorite artists, do you feel like, obviously, what they're rapping about plays something into why you listen to them, right?
Well, for me with Jay-Z, my thing was always like, he's telling the perspective of what he did.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if he was sitting there, be like, "Yo, I'm doing this right now." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't think I want to hear that." But he said it too. One of his lines was like, "How I did this, so you don't have to do it. I'm telling you what I went through, so you don't got to do it too."
Facts.
Right.
You know, like he's telling you stories and stuff like that. He's not just being like, "Yo, I just," like Jay-Z has that side of him where he's gangster.
Yeah.
But he don't ever. It's never nothing like, "Yo, I'm gonna shoot you
Shoot a gun,
right
yeah,
now."
he
Like,
don't-
like some rappers,
That's
that's
true.
all they talk about. But Jay-Z's like,
Yeah.
he throw a bar in here and there, but it's like it's part of a bigger picture.
Okay.
But it's like with Future though, I'm like, not even that you don't do it. You got kids looking at you and like, "Oh, Future does it. It's cool. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
drugs too." It's like, bro, like you telling these kids stuff and they don't have the go back to social media.
Yeah.
They're influenced so easily by
Yeah.
stuff, and they're like, "Oh, Future does this. I can do it too. I
Right.
can be
They
cool
want to
too."
try all
You know?
these things, but they don't understand. So do you feel like when you're listening, okay, you said with Jay-Z, he's talking about his life, like whatever. So when you listen to different like artists, are you looking to relate to them, or does it help? I don't
mean,
know.
you
Do you
gotta-
feel
you
the
gotta-
song?
you gotta
Do you feel
feel
the
the
song
music, you
more?
feel me?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
feel the song out more because you feel like you can relate to
Well,
these artists?
that's why I love Kanye. 'Cause I feel like I relate to him a lot.
Yeah.
Why?
I agree.
Well, you know, our mother passed away last year. Kanye's mother passed away. Kanye.
RP, by the way.
Thank you.
R.I.P. Mama.
Kanye. You know, I'm a very creative person trying to do the voiceover stuff, acting, and
Right.
you know, I write poems and draw and whatnot. Kanye's artistic. I have my mental health days where I'm not. Kanye
I feel like
also
everybody go through
too.
that, bro.
He like to me, he's just like yo, this is me, good or bad, you know.
So not to like talk about something else. Do you guys really feel like that Kanye is quote unquote going crazy,
No.
or do you feel like
No, I don't-
he went through some traumatic
don't-
stuff? Like, you know, I feel like he lost his mom. Like, you
No,
know,
I feel
this.
like people fear what the unknown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fear what they don't understand.
That's true.
Kanye,
And people make up their own scenarios too.
I don't
Like,
think
you know.
he's crazy. He does make some choices where I'm like, and look, I'm a fan, but my thing is like, I could be like, bro, you tripping right now. I feel like, you know, he has his issues. We all do.
Yeah.
But I don't think that means he's crazy.
Right.
Like people want to like nowadays, like even just in general, people want to cancel people for whatever. It's like, bro, like some
Yeah.
people have bad days, or they might say something
Facts.
that's stupid.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we all need the same grace because we all do the same stuff. We all say stuff behind closed doors, or we say
true.
something we're not informed on, and somebody gets mad. But it's like, bro, like, how do you expect me to learn and be better if you don't give me the shot to do so?
Man, I
If you
feel
want to
like
discard me because I just said something, but like, oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't know this. I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah. No, yeah, and that's
You know?
true. That's very true. And how do you feel, No Cap? Do you feel like when you listen to
No
all of
cap.
your favorite rappers, singers, whatever, do you want them to relate to you? Or does that play a huge role for you listening to them? Like, do you feel like, oh my God, like, how do you know how I'm feeling?
like-
you know?
I feel like, you know, as a fan, connections, you know, is first.
Yeah,
When it comes to artists.
definitely.
So I feel like if I don't relate to you, I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
I don't smoke. Oh man, sometimes, but I don't do drugs. I don't do heavy drugs. I don't sit
Yeah.
lean. But I feel like Lil Wayne, you know, he does it,
Right.
but he doesn't influence me to pick up a cup and sip.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's the thing too. Like, you know, when I was younger, I was able to formulate my own idea. Be like, oh, you know what? Oh, 50 Cent is cool, but I don't
Right.
want to shoot people.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought he was cool. I just thought like, yo, he makes cool songs, but I don't want to shoot people. I'm like, kid, like, it comes a point too where we have to be responsible for ourselves. Be like, yo, you know what?
That's true.
Yeah, I can watch this movie. I can watch Goodfellas, but I'm not gonna go out there and join the mob or do X, Y, Z.
Big
That's
facts.
It's
true.
art or it's whatever. It's music. Like you gotta take certain things and be like, okay, this is what it is. It is. It's whatever.
For me, I feel like when I'm listening to my favorite artists, shout out to Beyonce, Ariana Grande, I feel
You
like,
still like Ariana?
oh, what? I love Ariana. What? Play her
Shout out to
every
Ariana.
morning. I feel like when I'm listening to them, I feel like it's just crazy because I feel like I've never met you, but yet you know how I'm feeling, like in that
Yeah.
moment. Like even like with SZA, Summer Walker, Tink, it's like, ooh, we dating the same man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I relate to them
Yeah.
on such a high level that makes me love you even more. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so I asked people on Instagram, you know, how did they feel about the whole Future thing? Just him saying he was a lightweight, he's not really doing all those drugs. And somebody said, let me see. All right, a lot of people said that they feel like that's phony. You should be real about like certain things about it.
I mean, also,
Oh, somebody said also like talking about Jay-Z. Somebody also said like, you know, you're rapping about what you've lived, so you know that's good.
I don't blame Future for talking about it because
Me neither. I don't blame him
it helps him sell records.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
That's true.
That's his lane.
And like,
Oh, okay. That's
he's
like,
not Future is not encouraging kids to do
Yeah.
drugs.
That's true, I never-
He's just rapping about it.
That's true. I never heard a rapper sit there and be like, "Yo, little kid, go to
Yeah, do this,
go after
do that.
school,
Yeah,
sell a brick,
facts.
that's very true.
chop it down to a
And that's
nip."
why I feel like-
I never heard no rapper go out there and tell kids to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah,
You know.
that's why I feel like social media is.
But you know what? I think too. What did you say real quick about?
Wow.
You said something. Oh, with Beyonce and Ariana Grande.
Yes.
I feel like celebrities in general are like that connection.
Probably. There, I realized
Well-
it took me a while to realize that celebrities are humans.
Well, that's the thing, but
Yeah.
you know,
That they feel everything.
I know my favorite person, celebrity.
Who?
You know,
The Rock?
no,
Kanye.
Kirk Franklin? What you was gonna say?
Like,
Who you was gonna say?
Kobe. You know my
yeah,
favorite.
R.I.P. Mamba,
Oh,
man.
R.I.P. Kobe. You guys,
And
by the way, me and Kobe
so-
have the same birthday, so you know we
That's
both
so-
goats, okay?
But
Shout out to my boy
the
Kobe.
reason why I love Kobe so much is because I seen him go through so much, like just
adversity.
adversity,
Okay.
and always figured a way out and pulled himself out of it. You know,
Ooh.
and for
He's
me,
he's a Virgo.
he's-
That's what we do.
whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, he's the ultimate metaphor because it just shows whatever you go through, God ain't finished with you yet.
Facts.
Like you, if you put the work in, you can make it happen. You might think that nobody's on your side.
I know that's right.
Because I remember when I was a kid, nobody was a Kobe fan except for me. And I said, "This is my guy, always my guy, always,
I agree. I used to always
always,
hate on. I used to always hate on Kobe.
But I know,
know,
I
he
know a
said
lot of people
that
hated
the
on him
other day.
just because you know the player he was. But
Yeah.
when he passed, people were like, "Oh, yo, like yeah, like Kobe really, you know, told us a lot." And it's like, yo, like this has been all the time that my mentality, like he's really just did his thing.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think celebrities a lot of times connect with people so much. So that's what the whole point about the music is, you know?
yeah,
Okay.
'Cause they relate to him. I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see yourself in this person, and you're like, I like you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna buy your albums or whatnot. You know?
So talking about Kobe again,
that-
rest in peace. You know, just talking about basketball.
RPG too.
How do you guys now? Let's talk about it. Well, maybe just for you, Lewis. You know,
Well, I like basketball too. Like,
Oh, okay,
don't do that.
all right. So let's just talk about it. All right, let's talk about LeBron and the Lakers. You know, this man.
That's
How
him. Go ahead.
remind me about how old LeBron James is again,
37.
and how much he had the other day.
About 56.
56?
56, yeah, 56.
That
Saturday?
is that not crazy?
It's insane. At 19 years, still putting up those numbers it's crazy. It makes no sense.
Can we talk about like
He's an android.
how much he put into his body though?
That's the thing.
Like longevity?
Yeah.
He says he puts $1 million a year,
So-
like pays for treatment for his body.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay. And I feel like if you have the money and the resources to do that, you should definitely do that.
But also, LeBron doesn't cheat the game though.
Yeah.
LeBron treats the game how it's supposed to be treated.
Yeah.
A lot of people cheat their way and wonder why their careers get short-lived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
crazy.
he puts the work in, and not even that. He studies the game also. A lot of people depend on just I'm a good athlete,
Right.
but he studies. There's a clip of him talking where he's like, yeah, threw the ball at the court, and JR was over here,
Oh, you're talking
came
about-
over here. Steph Curry came up this way.
Yeah.
This guy came right there. The popcorn guy was doing X. He said
Yeah.
everything. You go back and watch the video. It's that he told me for like 2 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is your mind? How do you process that?
Yeah.
How do you see everything to
like
a level we
everything going
can't
on
see?
at once.
I feel,
Yeah.
like, I feel like when you do something for so long, it's light work.
It's natural.
I'm saying it's natural, yeah,
It's
facts.
innate
It's like a
for him.
natural talent. Okay. So how do you feel about the Lakers right now? Like, I know you guys are having like a, like
And they
a
take it on purpose.
little rocky season, you know what
Why
I'm
would
saying?
you do this to me right now?
But you know, when we saw them with Brooklyn, at least they won. You know, I mean, Kyrie
But
wasn't there.
they wasn't having a good season either.
Yeah.
Until, you know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about the Lakers? Do you think that they can turn this around? You know, to like secure that spot.
The floor is yours, bro.
Why would you do this to me?
We just want to know.
I'm
Everybody
a
loves
Heat fan, by
LeBron.
the way. So that's
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I love the Lakers. I love LeBron. But
What is the problem, you think?
a lot.
Like, what's the
A
issue?
lot.
Do you feel like it's
Bad
them together as a
Not a
whole?
bad GM. I feel like Anthony Davis is always hurt.
So their
true.
chemistry.
And when he plays, he doesn't play how he should. He should be by the basket, but he wants to shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron sometimes passes up shots he should take.
Okay.
like last night when he passed out to Melo.
He should. Yo, I get it how he said, "Oh, I was behind the basket," but he should have just went up
Well,
for when he had the shot because, like, yo, you're gonna get fouled. It's a tie game. You're gonna get
Yeah.
fouled. Yo, LeBron, you're gonna get fouled. You know, like just go out there trying to boom on the guy. You know.
I feel like-
Westbrook, I feel like sometimes
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
He should just play. Just go to the basket, bro. Just go stop
Westbrook.
shooting. Go to the basket. Just play like you
You know
used
what's
to.
crazy? When we went to the game, the Lakers against the Nets, when Westbrook would
Oh
get
my
the
gosh,
ball,
they were like, "No."
they were saying like,
The
"No,
crowd
don't
was like-
shoot,
like, "No,
don't
don't shoot."
shoot."
What you
I'm
mean?
like,
Oh, okay.
like whenever he got the ball, and I felt
he'd
so
be wide
bad.
open. They'd be like, no. The crowd would be like, no.
Like, don't shoot, don't shoot.
But it's a compilation on YouTube of Westbrook. Like he shoot a mid-range shot, but hit the same spot on the backboard every time.
You know what
Like-
I hate? You know what I hate?
Yeah.
When he goes to the basket, like he try to lay it up, but he
Yeah.
like throw it off the backboard. It
Yeah,
bounce right over. It's
yeah,
like,
nah,
bro,
that's-
like how do you do that? You just throw it off the backboard. Like who you passing it?
Shout out to you,
MVP,
Westbrook.
by the way.
Westbrook, but it's like
Child.
An MVP
huh?
and all-time triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? Playing like that's crazy. I don't. But yeah.
How do you guys feel about LaMelo Ball? You know,
I mean,
that's my boy.
I feel like it's kind of too soon.
Shout out to you, LaMelo.
It's kind of too soon. I mean, he got game.
Do you guys?
I like him.
Do you think he'll leave?
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Nah,
I
they
mean,
gotta.
they got a good
Yeah, they got a good
team.
team
He's still,
right now.
they're still young, so I don't think.
Okay,
I feel like
just wondered.
I feel like maybe they could get somebody else. They need somebody else. Obviously, he's not like to me.
Call
Like he
me.
needs somebody else for you know.
Okay.
Can I piggyback on the Lakers thing?
Yeah.
I feel like with the Lakers, their problem was, you know, they pretty much rebuilt their team. They should have just kept the 20 team they had in 2020 in the bubble. But the one thing I know about LeBron, every time, you know, he win, you know,
He always try to-
they rebuild every time.
Yeah.
Why is that? I don't get that. Like,
I don't
Yeah.
know because that's the thing too. Like I think they won the championship. Like why would you get Marc Gasol?
yeah,
You
that's
should have
right.
kept JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Like JaVale McGee with LeBron. LeBron had been doing everything. Even the year before they won the championship.
You see what
He's
JaVale doing now. So,
everything.
yeah.
Like and you gave like Rondo too. Like you traded Rondo. Like come on now. Like
Yeah.
I
Veteran
like
players.
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, you know, he still with us good, but it's like certain things like, yo, like you should just keep it.
Does he even play? Get in?
He
Yeah.
does here and there, but now he's older.
I play
so
Dwight to play more fundamental
they
now.
Just picked they just picked the spots for him because he's older.
okay.
So they're like, all right, go in here now. Or certain games like no, because this other team is small. It's like you gotta
Okay.
be smart with it.
All right, and I get that. Do you want to add anything about your Heat? How are they doing this
I mean,
season?
first place in the East.
Oh, okay.
That's all I gotta say. We got Oladipo
killing
back.
them.
We got
Sure.
Bam Adebayo, the Defensive Player of the Year.
Sure.
I'm stamping that.
Sure.
Killing
Come
them.
on, bro. And we got, you know, Tyler here, you know, Baby Goat doing his
Okay.
thing. Jimmy Butler, you know.
Oh yes, it's Butler.
I
remember him.
mean, we got good chemistry, you know. That's one thing. A team gotta have good chemistry. If not,
Yeah.
you're gonna fail.
of course.
So
You gotta go
I
to a
think that's
Heat
one thing
game.
about. That's why the Lakers lack chemistry.
They don't have chemistry. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I said
But,
that.
That's true.
You gotta go to a game in Miami.
You know what's funny? Our father. Last time we was in Miami.
Our father.
That last time we was in Miami, he told me that we was gonna go to a Heat game.
Every time we go to Miami,
Yes.
like we go to Heat games.
Every
So
time,
let's
bro.
face it, Dad. You be capping.
Yeah,
I-
actually,
we go to the game, it's
That
like-
you
I
be
went to the Heat
capping.
game though. The Philly when he played Sixers,
Okay.
we beat the Sixers.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
his-
was
that's
mad
his
the whole
team.
He
time.
probably
bro.
was.
That's his team.
He definitely
Like,
was crying.
That's his team,
Yeah.
the Sixers.
So-
the only Sixers fan I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
My father.
Okay.
The
So,
only that's
The only
funny, bro.
fan ever.
Shout out to AI. No, I'm joking.
so now I just
Shout out
want to
to Barkley.
I want to get into this little segment. I'm probably gonna call it like, I don't know, Instagram questions, I guess. So you out there, my Laney
Oh,
bugs
who'd you
and
get
my
that idea from?
The Laney
know.
Bugs. Shout out to the Laney Bugs.
Okay, Laney
Some
bugs.
boy.
Are you stamping that? The
I
Laney
think I
Bugs?
am.
Yeah, it's Laney
Bugs.
Bugs.
Thanks, Carl. I think I'm gonna do this Laney Bugs thing. All right. So one of the questions I asked was, does childhood trauma stay with you into adulthood?
Yes.
And is it who
Yes.
want to go first? Want me to go first? Who wants to go first?
Don't matter.
I think I'll go first. I do feel like childhood trauma stays with you, only because I feel like I'm still battling with those like situations or experiences that I experienced as a young
agree.
woman. You know, I feel like, and that's why I'm in therapy. I don't know who needs to hear this, but go to therapy. It helps you.
I didn't even know you was in therapy, but go ahead.
No, yeah. So I feel like honestly, all my childhood trauma, I feel like has played a huge role right now,
Yeah.
and I'm honestly just trying to like change the cycles of like like just generation, just of like
Man, that's
I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't want
excuse
to
my
go
language, but
dad.
that shit will make you or break you, man.
No, yeah. So how do you
So-
feel like childhood trauma for you has played a huge role?
I feel like for me, it just made me more to myself. You know what I'm saying? Not like,
Isolating.
yeah,
Okay.
like I know y'all
Are you
probably.
a Scorpio?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all probably see sometimes when I'm out, I'm by myself. Half the time I don't even talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I social anxiety.
It's
Big
a
part.
real thing.
Yeah, and I deal with that a lot. And your father don't understand it.
But it's like he has it
Yeah.
as well, though.
Yeah.
Which is
Don't
crazy.
get me started on him.
Oh,
So,
God.
but I
No
feel
topic.
like them childhood traumas is the reason why I'm here today. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or I'm a lot stronger person. Mm-hmm. It was I ain't gonna lie. It was even hard for me to do this podcast. I'm like, damn, what am I gonna say?
Really?
You know? Yeah, because my first time doing this podcast,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
We here, we talking.
Even though it's weird because I'm a streamer, right? 'Cause I stream in front of people that I don't know.
Right.
But a podcast is like,
I mean, you don't know everybody's gonna
But
watch.
streaming
That's
too,
true.
you're interacting with
yeah.
them. It's
Yeah.
live.
That
Oh, okay.
that helped me
Yeah.
as far
Definitely.
as like my social anxiety.
Okay.
Even though I use a face cam, but I feel like it's still personal.
Yeah.
A face to face conversation.
Of course.
So that kind of helped me as far as like my social anxiety. But I've had a lot of trauma growing up, man, a lot. But hey, I'm here now.
How about you, Lou?
I do feel like childhood trauma does go with you.
Yeah,
A lot of people be like, "Oh no, it doesn't." But if you don't think so,
you tripping?
you're just putting up a wall.
Yeah,
Little things. It could be your parents breaking up when you're a kid.
yeah,
To it could be maybe being bullied in school. Like people always have. It's a reason why people are the way they are.
yeah.
Even like certain things happen to people, like people, something bad happens to them as a kid, like where somebody does something to them, they violate a kid. I feel like a lot of people who be out here just doing reckless stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes because something happened to them as a kid,
Yeah.
and it's like they don't know how to cope with that. So it's like somewhere deep inside, it's like, oh, that's kind of normal.
Yeah.
This is what I have, but that's been put into them,
Yeah.
and it's something that they shouldn't have had to deal with, experience. Even like I said, when I was a kid, I used to deal a lot with depression and anger, and that I probably came a lot with my parents not being together or my mother not having the best relationship.
Yeah.
Or sometimes my father, like sometimes with him just being like, certain things like, if you're gonna tell me you're gonna do something, do it, bro. Like don't say something and not do it,
I think we all could agree on that.
But
As far as that, yeah.
it's always
Hey, shout
like,
out to you though. Shout out to you.
but
by
it's
the way.
always
Yeah.
in your head.
Hopefully he
I
don't
mean,
watch.
he's
even
gonna
if you
watch.
do watch it,
He
it's always in your head, being like, yo, like, damn, I'm 31 years old, you're still doing the same stuff. Tell me you can do something, you don't do it.
Hold up, wait.
It's just in general, like,
But if
And
he
I-
watch, let's hope that he can learn something from this.
No, of
Because we
course.
I'm not saying
all
it's
three of us is agreeing on
yeah,
it.
I'm
So
not saying
like,
it to be
Of
like
course.
to bash, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, it's a thing. And, we all have to address the issue. Therapy is a great resource. I was in therapy, but I have to find new therapists now.
I even told him you should go to therapy.
For sure,
I
yeah.
told him that straight up.
You should.
I'm probably like when it comes to me and him, I'm so honest with him. Like we argue
I
sometimes.
think we all are. He just doesn't listen.
Yeah, I'm so honest with him to the point where like we argue. I'm like, bro, like you don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
told
don't.
him that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's crazy because I was just having this conversation the other day with my friend Carl. For those who don't know,
Shout out to Carl.
and the other day we were just talking about like our parents and just the situations that they put us in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they don't understand how. For example, like my parents, I feel like my whole life they argue. Like let's be honest, they didn't have the best relationship. They
I've
couldn't
seen
even.
it.
They couldn't even be in a room together. And I feel like a lot of times parents don't understand that when you put in your child in the middle, it's affecting
Affecting them
us.
100%.
And I feel like it's because they were young. I feel like these kids were
Even-
having kids. Like,
Even
you know?
when I see,
And I feel like they didn't know how to, what's the word, communicate with us, Or I feel like a lot of times when I was younger, this is from my experience, I feel like a lot of times I didn't want to say anything because I felt like, okay, they're going to think I'm talking back or they're going to think I'm being disrespectful. But I feel like a lot of times parents don't understand that you need to communicate with your child because if not, it's like, okay, like I'm literally talking to a wall, just like
Yeah.
your
And
And the
father.
same thing happens, it gets passed down to
That's why I'm trying
kids.
to break these cycles. My therapist, she helping me. Shout out to Esther, okay? Because we were talking about this.
Shout out to Esther.
But so, how do you feel like with your childhood growing up? You know, like trying to say something to your father, and he's not understanding you. The communication's not there. He's just like,
I think when
y'all don't like me. Da, 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 da.
I think when
you know,
you
like,
That's
yeah,
how
all
he-
the
that's
time.
how
why
he
yeah.
do
like how do you feel like we can communicate better with him to understand? Because, you know, there might be some people out there who honestly
Who their parents
have
are the
been
same
through,
way.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
been through trauma with their parents and feel like their parents don't understand them. So everybody's going through it. So, you know, what is your intake on that, you know, for the
You want me to go
people?
first?
Yeah.
I feel like when you're a kid, you don't have much say so, right? But you do control your narrative, even as a kid.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, for instance, you know, fighting in relationships, you see parents fighting, I mean, I'm not gonna say you probably don't have no say so when it comes to that. But you can also have a conversation
Yeah.
and figure out why things, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, therapy helps. I see a lot of marriages fail due to lack of communication.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't I know it?
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, my pops and my mom broke up before I was born, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, so I was used to that, like them two not being together, you know what I'm saying? Cause,
Yeah.
you know, but I feel like nowadays, as we get older as adults, I feel like that's what he messed up too. He still see us as them kids.
Look, oh my God, I just said this to my aunt the
Yeah,
other day.
he still see us as them kids. He don't see us as, you know,
Adults.
adults, you know what I'm saying? Or
And he's like
yeah.
50. Like, you know what
You know
I
what
mean?
I'm saying?
Like,
We're not gonna show us. Don't
just
do that.
kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just
But
kidding. But no,
but
yeah.
I get it though, cause
Oh, I'm not even gonna bash
parents
him
don't
today.
want them kids to grow up. You know what I'm saying? They still want them kids to be the loving young. You know what I'm saying? But at some time, you gotta open your eyes, realize yo, like time goes on.
Yeah.
Like my mom about to be 50. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts me a lot. My mom about to be 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like she getting older, so now I'm like I'm appreciating the times more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, even with him, I hang
have
out with him
to.
a lot more now because you know I'm a you know.
How about you, Lou? How do you
What
feel?
was the question again?
Something along the lines with, okay, I guess with your father. You know, people growing up as a child, you know, maybe feel like you couldn't say anything, or how do you feel with dealing with a parent? You're just telling them
Well,
from your perspective how you feel, and they're just
I
like,
wouldn't even-
oh, you know.
I wouldn't even
like,
get on him. I'll talk about your mother.
ooh,
So,
see how
you
you
know,
want to do that.
right, when our mother was alive, she was.
I mean, you sure you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean,
All right, go ahead.
yeah, like she, she was strong-willed and tough,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of times, like, you know, I'm not big on astrology, but we're both Tauruses. So, but we did have
So
a lot.
y'all see my
we did have a lot.
pain.
We did have a lot
I
of
ain't even know she was a
similarities.
Taurus, but
We
go
did have a
ahead.
lot of similarities. Like we're stubborn sometimes. And we just we butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
The thing about her, I used to always tell her stuff straight up. Like, look, if she would get into it with somebody, like, oh, you were wrong.
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, why are you acting like this today? You know, or whatnot. And I think that sometimes when a parent reacts to a kid like that, even if the kid is an adult, it still is in your head like, dang, man, like you still
Yup.
you still don't value my opinion enough to be like, oh, you know, I respect what you're saying. I can think
Nope.
about that, you know.
No, yeah.
And it's of course, you know, she's not here anymore. And I'm not
R.I.P.
saying,
again.
and I always, you know, stuff I always said to her face and told her.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on now, like,
That really affects.
yeah, like,
Us growing
like
up.
I think about that
It's
a lot.
crazy.
You know,
It's crazy how much
it
stuff.
really is crazy.
I feel like a lot of my like depression and just like my anxiety, everything, I feel like it really came from my childhood. And I feel like my parents don't
so.
understand that most of it came from them. And I
Yeah.
feel like they don't understand that because I feel like they never asked me what was wrong.
All facts.
It's just like, oh, you got an attitude today, you in your room. But it's like, okay, why don't you ask me why I got the door closed all day or why I have the light on? You know, like, why is that though?
I think also too, parents sometimes they do the best up to their standards because if you didn't see that example growing up,
Yeah.
you're gonna do what you think is
That's
best.
why I can't even blame them.
And I always say that with my parents, I feel like they kind of show me they have a lot of great qualities, but they had qualities also that be like, oh, you know what, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
And I feel
Breaking
like
these
the people who
cycles.
actually who really shaped me are my grandmothers and
R.I.P. Mima.
my aunt.
Oh yeah, facts.
I feel like
R.I.P. for sure.
and my aunt,
Mima.
those three to me,
Shout
like,
out my
you know, really
Candy.
just made me have a perspective and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
life could be so much different. And whatnot.
That's why you gotta appreciate them grandparents, man, because they
For sure.
And I don't judge anybody's situation or whatnot, but for me personally, when I have kids, I want to get married first.
Yeah.
I want to do it that way, you know.
Yeah.
I want to make sure my kids know I'm here. Hey, I'll be home today.
You know what's crazy?
Like, you know.
I think about the same thing. Like I don't want to be in that situation where like I gotta wake up and my baby mother's gonna fight with me today.
Right.
I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
honestly, do you guys feel like I don't know if I should ask this, but just talking about your father and like just growing up, whatever. I do feel like, God, hopefully he doesn't watch this.
This got personal real fast, by the way.
This is real-ish that people are at home going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
transparent.
How many times in our lives do we have a father that's there but not really there? If you get what I'm saying.
One thing I can say about him,
money-wise, he was there.
Yeah, but I can say, like, he can show up. You know what I'm saying, when it's time. But 9 times out of 10, you know, for sure, you can't really rely on that.
Yeah, I feel like growing up, I feel like he was there, but he wasn't there. Like, I didn't see him at no report card night. I don't know if you did.
He came to mine one time.
Like, I don't know.
One time.
Me and him went to show report card night.
Yo, my teachers hated me, by the way.
You know, so I feel like a lot of people have fathers or parents that are there but not really there.
I feel like, you know,
and how does that affect you? So it's probably my last question, but how do you think having a parent there but not really physically, you know, there, how do you feel like that has played into the man you are today?
I think a lot of parents think that, oh, if I'm here physically, I'm there. You know, I'm showing up, but you can be there, but you're not really there. Are you attentive? Are you being like, hey, what's going on with you? Oh, hey, how's this going? Like, I don't want to always hear your opinion. If I'm going to hear your opinion, know what I'm going through first. Don't sit there and just put your opinion at me and then have me try to formulate how I feel around that. I feel like today, I'm an adult I am. I feel like in terms of parents, so sometimes, you know, not doing what they said it was, you know, when I was younger. I feel like, you know what? As a man, if somebody asks me for something, I'm going to do it. Or if I say I can't do it, I'm like, hey, I can't do it. Or maybe I don't know. Or maybe not right now.
Right.
But if I'm going to tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to actually do it.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? Well, it's not one thing, but like.
Good.
That's just in general.
So we also got to think about this. Our parents growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, was Pop really there for our father? You know what I'm saying?
And the thing too, our grandfather,
was he?
When he had,
I don't know.
My grandparents, when they had my father and my uncle, they were already, he was already like,
he was like 40 something,
almost 50. It's like, bro, like you ain't getting up, running around after them, chasing them.
So we gotta think about that.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Like Miko did the best she could. You know what I'm saying?
But she's also
makes sense now.
From Japan. She's not even from here. It's a whole different culture.
So
and she got these kids just doing like running around. It's like it's like, how does she deal with it?
Now I understand.
So you gotta think about that. You gotta put that into perspective.
It's a lot of different layers to this.
Like my mom, I know my mom. You gotta think about this too. They had some trauma too growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure my mom did, even though she probably don't want to talk about it. But I always talk about stuff with my mom. But like, I always don't really dig too deep.
Yeah.
Because I know my mom didn't really have her dad like that. You know what I'm saying, in her life, except her other siblings did, because they're a lot older. So that's what I'm saying, man. Sometimes you just gotta forget sometimes, and you know, you could be here today and be gone tomorrow.
That's true.
And with him, I just learned to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I don't expect things, I don't expect those things from him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, if I ask him for something, I know he'll give it to me. But sometimes it's not about, you know, those things. It's not about the money. Sometimes I just want a dad to be there. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, so.
And I feel like he doesn't really understand that sometimes. Like, I need you to be a father.
Yeah.
You know.
But at the same time, you gotta think he's pushing 60, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
What that mean?
But listen, as much as we fight with him, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, here today, gone tomorrow.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that firsthand.
So with him, even though growing up I'm not gonna say we didn't have the best relationship, but like I said, I just learned to appreciate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
That he's still around.
Yeah, because a lot of people they didn't have a father at all in their lives, you know? So I am appreciative for him, and I hope this discussion helped a lot of people
That's facts.
talk about it, because a lot of people can't talk about this. Like, you know?
I'm 100%. That's true, too. Like, some kids didn't grow up without a father, too.
Yeah.
So that's when I have kids, I'm going to install that within my household. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have a strong family structure.
Right. Breaking
Be
the
there for my
cycles.
kids. Yeah, 100%. And I have that narrative like, black men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I get it.
That's the thing too. I want. I don't want to have kids one day and they're like, yo, like my father wasn't a father. Like, of course I'll have bad days. Or I'm like, yo, like I know I said I'm gonna take you to the park, but give me 30 minutes. Let me just sit for a little bit because my knees. I just went for a run. Let a brother sit for a bit. You know, like.
Okay.
I want to make sure, like, if I said, if I something to do, I'm gonna do it. But please, you know, like, I don't want them to think that, even like right now, Dad said he can't do it right now. It's like, yo, I'm gonna do it, but just like, you gotta put it in your kids too. They gotta understand you too.
Yeah.
At a certain age, I said like 25. That's when I really understood, like, my parents, what they went through. Like, I get it now.
Yeah.
If I was that age having a kid, I'm 31, and I'm like, yo, if I had a kid right now.
Please.
Man.
But not everyone is prepared when it comes to kids.
That's it too, you know.
But when are you ever really prepared for a kid?
You're not.
You won't.
You won't be, but there's certain things you could like.
Oh, of course.
That you could try to be like, okay, if I'm gonna try to do it the way where I want to be with somebody, like
you just learn it. You learn along the way. It's like learning anything.
It's life.
Yeah,
It's
like you learn how to be a host, a podcast host.
Yeah.
You do it on the fly.
Them traits you learn that along the way.
All right, guys. So thank you so much to my brothers for coming on the show.
This is lit, man.
And this is the second episode of Living Like Lanie. Bye, Lanie Bugs. Bye.
Appreciate y'all, man. That was just lit for sure.
This is good.
Yeah, I like this.